All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see if the stream is working. Well, the stream's working, but noise cancellation's not. So that's messed up. And I don't know why. All right. Should be good now. Should be good now. Probably still going to hear some craziness in the background, but I can mute this easier than with my AirPods, and the voice should be a little bit more clear. Let me get the link sent out in Discord. Let everyone know we're live before market open. All right, market about to open up here. Bow, bow, bow. For the ones on the X live stream, if you can like and retweet the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. It is recorded as always. That way people can find it later on and watch the content from today. What's up? What's up? It is NFP day. So if you don't have the NFP indicator, you should get it from Paper Games. It's great. All right. So Amazon, fun enough, had a big downside move and then a recovery coming straight back here to yesterday's price, which is fantastic because I bought AMZU at $26 and I sold some up here this morning and I'm still holding the rest. So let's go look at the heat map. Everything is green right now except for Apple. Apple with a big red candle downside. Holy bejeebus. Let me get it on over here. Let's get it on. Look at Apple. More death. More death for Apple. Oh no. The red apple. You got Microsoft with a nice green candle upside back into yesterday's range. Apple down 4.6%. Sheesh. Spine Qs both up around 1.2% to start the day. IWM is getting a nice green candle here. If you see my mouse moving, and then I'm talking about other names, and you only see the trading view screen, that's because I'm on my broker on Webull. IWM, strong candle here, pushing for pre-market highs, going for $200. Tesla had a decent candle at the open. NVIDIA over 115. Let's go. Up 50% on the Disney calls. Let's go. Nice. Caught out some Disney calls earlier this week. NVIDIA looking good. Yeah, look at Disney. Disney getting that move, getting that breakout. $93 and then 95. Let's go. Nice job on Disney. Took those calls earlier this week. I got a little bit of profit and then stopped out the rest, and it looks like she's still going. I'll look to get back in. It looks like a great swing on the weekly. It really does. But there is 115 target on NVIDIA. I've been waiting for that since, like a week and a half ago. Got back above $95 or hit 95, bounce high or low. So let's see if it's going to get a breakout over 115 and continue higher, or if it rejects, it can create an inverse head and shoulders. So, I mean, it can get a move up to 115 right here. You have this area of resistance right here. I can highlight this in, I don't know, green to make it stick out. I don't know. Right here. So you have this area right here. Drag that over. It's exactly where NVIDIA's at right now. So rejecting somewhere up here, pulling back down closer to 110, hit this trend line, and then put in a higher low, push back up, go for the 118.50, 120 area. That would create an inverse head and shoulders here on the larger time frame for NVIDIA. So I've been watching that for a minute. This was previous month high area right here, 115 on NVIDIA. So very nice moves. It is Friday. So Friday, Friday for me, it's taking smaller positions, usually quick trades here and there, but usually 0 DTE, maybe a few scalps on SPY, Qs or futures, whatever it is, but using and risking just a small portion of the profits from the week. So a quick example, if you're up like $2,500 on the week so far, and you want to close the week, being up $2,000, then you can risk losing $500 today. That would be my risk. But you're not going to give back and risk like all of the profits and work that you did for the week. So SPY looks like everything coming down right here. Previous day high. You got previous day high. Got a level right here on 564, 21 EMA and VWAP right below. 21 EMA and VWAP hitting on Qs right here. Let's see. Vol-D opened positive. The tick opened up. Wow. Tick opened up at 1600. A 1600 tick. It's insane. I believe VIX still has a move down to fill a small gap down to like 21.8. Like another $1.20 downside. It can see VIX is in a squeeze on the 1 and 4 hour. 1 hour looks like it fired downside already. 4 hour, it hasn't fired yet. Could be a falling-ish wedge. There's lower lows and lower highs, but it could be a falling wedge. It'd be interesting to see. But VIX is in a 4 hour squeeze. It's ripping up right now, which means that SPY should be dropping lower. It's back testing 23, which gives SPY that red candle, right? So you see this green candle up here on VIX, then you get the red candle down here on SPY. So there's the 21 EMA and that previous day high test on SPY. See if that can hold for a little bounce. But Fridays, everything is a little bit more laid back, just chilling, looking at charts. But if there is anything that you guys want me to look at, just put it in the chat channel. It'll pop up here on the stream. I can throw it up on the screen just like so, bottom left corner, and then we'll talk about it live here. So just giving some opinions, thesis, my 2 cents on whatever the chart may be. So NVIDIA, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, PayPal, Roku, doesn't matter. We'll chart it here live and we'll see what we see. So you can always put that in the chat channel. We will absolutely pull it up. Good bounce there on SPY, right off previous day high. Beautiful. Mark over here to the left. Bing bong. Market over here to the right. Bing bong. Look at that candle. Boom, baby. Look at Q's. A boom. Look at that. Let's go. That was a beautiful back test. A little long there. These for little scalps. All right, let's see what we got here in the chat. First one, Apple. Really, Apple? Apple? There's nothing on Apple. It's dead right now. It just had earnings. You can't do anything with Apple till next week, especially for options contracts. You don't touch this thing for a week. Not for like a week. I mean, you got 200 psych level like below. I mean, so it just broke a trend line here coming downside. So, I mean, it's got big support down here. I mean, if Apple continues to fall coming down here under the 200 to 195 area right here, would be a 50% retracement from this low to the high right here. That's what the equilibrium zone is. Could be a good long spot. But I mean, right now it's in no man's land. It's at 205, so it needs to get back above. You know, it chomps around 210, but it would have to reclaim 210 to go higher. And if it fails the 200 area, then it's going to come right down here. So we're smack dab in the middle right now. Hims. I love Hims. Let's go check Hims. So I still own some Hims at $25. Hims, great open here. Let me actually pull up over here on Webull real quick. So Hims is up 6% this morning, looking fantastic. Look at this daily chart on Hims. Beautiful. So I sent this chart out last week. So see this trend line right here, and then mark $30, and then I'm going to turn the squeeze on. Boom, you'll see my little circle right there. Look at that. See my little circle? Oh, look, and there's my arrow. It's still here. So Hims had bullish divergence down here, had a squeeze moving to the upside, just needed to break above $30. And then lo and behold, what happened with Hims? Boom, ripping. It's at resistance here, around 38.50. So 38.50 to 40. And then after that, you're going to have big resistance up here near this $45 area. So I already sent Hims out about a week ago. And it had that squeeze to break it above this downtrend that it had, and it is absolutely ripping. So call swings, if you've been in them, been paid, Knott's been talking about it. I know he probably took a few call swings there. I sent out the call swing idea for the $32 and $35 calls already. And then, like I said, still in shares at $25. So it's been looking good. Back test on these levels here on SPY 565 and back down. Still nothing really so far this morning on SPY and Qs. Still very wicky, especially on Qs. Look at the first 3 5-minute candles so far to start the day. There's a lot of wick and not a lot of body on these candles. Tesla. Yeah, let's get Tesla. I'm waiting for Tesla to go to 300. I think she'll get there. I think she'll get there. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. 4 hour. It's in a squeeze downside. So 4 hours in a squeeze downside. 1 hour. Oh, I thought I said 1 hour was in a squeeze. I've already fired. Here we go. So this is what it's fighting here on the daily. Get rid of all this other stuff right here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. See that circle on the bottom left? Right here. Same thing again. That little bad boy right there. So what she's fighting right now, I mean, there's heavy resistance over here. I just want to go to 300 just so I can say go to 300. But, I mean, just look right here. I mean, there's just rejection, rejection, rejection. So Tesla, I wouldn't be surprised if it does pull back first, probably down to 275. Right. So you'll see this kind of area right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it rejects it, comes back down here, look to the left. Whoopsies. What did I do? I meant to click on a circle. Right here. Double bottomed here. And then do it again. So I would not be surprised to see Tesla come back down here and then finally get that move and then just go slightly higher, break out of this potential flag here on the daily that it has. So as long as holding the support, essentially it's the daily 9 EMA, it's right down there too. So it gets a lot of top wick price action up here, but nevertheless, it does have this nice kind of flag or pennant that it's building. It is at the top of it right now near the resistance. So it would make sense. I mean, just risk to reward every time Tesla gets up near the 290 area to look for shorts first, unless there's some kind of bullish structure that, you know, breaking bases over top of it, which we haven't really seen yet because it's still putting in lower highs. So it can pull back down here to the mid 270s and then bounce like the other two times it has before. And if it does, continue this flag until it goes up here, gets the break and base above it, and then pushes for 300. So SPY coming down, 21 EMA and VWAP. Someone said the live is frozen. Is it frozen? TJ said it's frozen. I don't think so. Nasty red candle. Another green candle on VIX coming back up to the $23 area. All right, everyone said it's fine. It was just TJ. Just TJ. All right. TJ, NVIDIA to 119 today? I don't know. 115 on NVIDIA. See, look, since I was talking about it, look, it was a freaking short. It hit the target area of 115, and I think it's going to pull back down to 110. Look at the rejection so far off that previous month high. Look at it so far. It ain't looking good. It literally came within like pennies. What, like 5 to 10 cents? Little evening star right here. 9 times out of 10, next candle is red. And that's what she's doing. I think that was a short spot on the video. I think it's 115. You want to see the pullback down to it's the average area, the average zone right there is like 110. It's like 109, like 10 up to like 110.90. So, give or take a few cents both directions. Midpoint of that is around 110. So, does it have to back test 110 before it breaks out? Absolutely not. I would just like for that chart to kind of play out that way. Microsoft is ripping. Apple still looks like it's dying. SPY and Qs still choppy. SPY looks slightly weaker than Qs. Qs looks like it's holding up a tad bit better. Still holding right here off the 21 EMA. Same spot, getting a decent bounce. SPY made a new low of day actually on that candle when Qs was holding. So let's see. TGT. Target. It's been a piece of shit lately, hasn't it? It's trying. It's trying. So TGT needs to do something. It really, if it's gonna do it, it's got to do something here. So look at this thing. Been getting absolutely obliterated. Let's hit this thing with a trend line real quick. Okay, breaking above the trend line. Looks fantastic. Okay, so now we're holding some higher lows after breaking out of these lower highs. One thing that looks decent is the gap, right? So you have a gap fill right here. If it can finally get something, I mean, look how close all these candles are down here. I mean, like, just do it. Just do it. Like, go for the gap fill. Give something decent here. So daily is now in a squeeze. I did not see this prior last time I looked at it. Daily is in a squeeze now. Looking good. It's upside. Obviously, because we're putting in higher lows here. We're looking good. I mean, if it can finally get that break above like 98.50, I mean, hit that gap fill. Looks good. Let me change this from green to back to gray. Daily squeeze above the trend line. I mean, if it can set up something good for it. 4 hours in a squeeze downside right now. Well, it's moving downside. It's flat, but it's hitting the resistance. The same resistance right here. All these upper wicks that every time it gets up here, they slam it straight back down. Random volatility. Look at these candles this morning. Holy bejeebus. We got some news headlines coming out. Institutions are loading up puts 550 0 DTEs. What is that? 2.7 million in puts. Interesting. Could be. Could be. AMD, a massive disappointment. That's what that stands for. I really do like him's very strong today. Yeah, it is. I like that chart on TGT. Looks very nice. If it can get some kind of good bullish sign, a break in base just above into that gap, or potentially buy the dip back onto a retest of those EMAs on a higher low, and that holds with a small risk. Looks pretty good. So it's at the resistance right now. So I would have to wait for it to finally, get the break in base above it and start going for that gap fill, or for it to pull back down to the trend line, and then I'll buy the dip with the lower risk down there. So, look at TGT off the gap so far. The second it hit it this morning at 9:35, look at that. 3 red candles straight in a row. Still does not like it. AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, or as I like to call it, massive disappointment. Is that a resistance spot right here? $100. So it could get that pull back down to 94.95. Trend line here, higher lows. Makes sense to me. So got some resistance right up here. Would make sense to pull back down, retest these daily EMAs back down here near the $95 area. Try and get it on a dip and then push back up higher for the $100 break and then push for the 104, 105. So I don't really like trading AMD. I can chart this thing all day long, and I just never have luck with timing my entries. So bow, 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 bow. Man, look at these wicks this morning. Oh my goodness. Look at these candles across the board. Google just got a stick off 162 off the 200 EMA. Apple is just consolidating near that low. And Microsoft is freaking ripping. Someone just said Microsoft too. See an inverse head and shoulders on AMD, because I do see one on NVIDIA. So if you see one on AMD, then hey, hand in hand, that looks good. Microsoft is ripping face right now. Holy bejeebus. Look at this thing. Look at this monster. Back at previous day high. Look at the gap that it has now on the daily. That's insane. All the way down to like 396. So personally, I wanted Microsoft to not rip up here. I want it to actually reject and dump on earnings just for the chart purposes, because if it didn't, it came back down here. Look, I was going to freaking load it like 380, 375. That would have created an inverse head and shoulders and then ripped this bad boy higher. Oh, it would have been glorious, right? And then rip this bad boy higher. So no right shoulder. But what a ripper Microsoft was for its earnings. Absolutely amazing. For options, though, I mean, it's after, Mag 7 reports their earnings, unless you already have like some kind of long-term position already there, if you're looking to like day trade or, weeklies, whatever it is, you got to give it a week or so, let the option chain, everything kind of cool off. Sophie. Q's holding up a little bit better than SPY. Still looking like a little bit of weakness. Vol D is green above the zero line. Vol DQ is also above the zero line. So still above the zero line. VIX is trying to push up higher. There's a small gap to fill on VIX up to like 2370 if it gets there. I think that would bring SPY back down to this 561.4 area. SPY comes down here, I'm going to try longs. So if SPY does get down here at any point in time, I'm going to look to get some longs down here. This is a big spot. I'm actually going to add an alert right now, just in case if I'm looking away. That is a big spot on SPY that I have been waiting for. Heat map, Amazon back down 1.47%, and Apple still red. Everything else seems to be holding up decently. Bow, bow, bow. All right, what else? What do I think of SPY today? SPY looks weird. I mean, it looks like a short right here. We're underneath previous day high. We're back underneath the EMAs and VWAP. I mean, the candles this morning have been pretty violent. I think we can see a pullback down here to 561, 40, 552 area. I'm going to look to buy it down there. But as of right now, it does look slightly more bearish than it does bullish. So I would not be surprised to see a move down here. Actually, it looks pretty decent for a move down here. Let's see. Now I'm interested. Play the move down, go hit that target downside, and then flip it and go long. Ooh. Why is it saying I have? Oh, that's why. Where's 7 DTEs looking like? I mean, I bet they're freaking expensive right now. Not too bad. So if SPY starts to sell off and go downside, I'll be looking at the 550s for next week, 7 DTEs. For upside, 575s don't look too bad. So we gotta wait for a larger time frame setup. As of right now, like right now, where SPY and Qs are at, there's nothing too interesting because we're in the middle of the range. Overall, it looks slightly more bearish than bullish, like I said, just because we're putting in lower highs. But we're right here at previous day high, this little circle. Whoopsies. Right here. So just drag that over here. That's what we're doing on SPY. We're just going back. Let me click on it. We're just going back and forth at that spot. So if I had to do anything here, be look for an opportunity to go ahead and short, like this candle here, back test to go lower, come down here to 562, 561.40, and then exit and flip long. But one thing I don't like about the whole bearish setup right now is, like I said, VALD and VALDQ are green. They're above the zero line, which is usually bullish. So that's why I haven't really touched SPY or Qs just yet. Future scalping is probably the way to go right here. Big green candle, which means big red candle on the VIX. Still rejecting that 23, that level right there. Hit the 21 EMA, little shooting star, all those candles closed right there on it. And it rejected, which means SPY green candle back up to this same spot right here. See, if I had my futures count pulled up, I probably would have taken that short right there for a quick scalp. Q's completely different story than SPY. Like I said, Q's is stronger than SPY. SPY has been weaker. SPY was making that new low of day. Q's looking very nice here. Microsoft is still trying to go for 440 apparently. IONQ doing good today. IONQ. Google 163. Meta new high of day. Look at Meta. Meta just hit 590. All right, let's see what we got. Someone said Lulu. We can look at Lulu here. Lulu's in a daily squeeze right now. Why does this look like TGT? So the big resistance right there would be that trend line and that level. Big resistance here. It's around 288. So if it continues to move higher, I mean, it's getting tight here and it's in a squeeze, which is moving upside. So one of two things you would want to look for. One, risk to reward when it pops up here is to go short, right? Risk to reward, tight stop if it gets a daily break in base and close above the trend line in that area, and then just target back down to the daily EMAs or to the trend line. Number two, for this bull case scenario with the daily squeeze going upside, if it rips, you want to see a break in base over top of that. So you want to see the move up. If it gets the daily break above it, cool. When it comes back down, does the retest and hold, and then when push it higher, then take that bad boy up. There's also a gap right here. There's also a gap right here. So I do like that. Nice little daily squeeze forming. Very similar to TGT. They both have resistance right above that they do not like, but they're in daily squeezes, moving to the upside with gaps to fill upside. So SPY looking decent, pushing here. 10-minute SPY. This is a Morningstar reversal. 9 times out of 10, next candle's green. It closes in 2 minutes. It's looking fantastic. I hope it just rips. I love a good Morningstar reversal. Look, I go over to the Discord chat. Someone was already ahead of me. Look at that. Odin, 10-minute Morningstar formation on watch. Let's go. I love when my members know what to look for, because that's exactly the things that I look for. Looking fantastic. PLTR. Palance here has been on a good rip lately. Look at this bad boy. Let me clear this chart. I mean, we're coming back up to this high right here. So weekly is closing freaking strong. Like it's just going to rip through this and keep on making new highs. 4 hour, very, very strong, clear uptrend. So I've got a nice reversal right here with the EMAs ripped. They almost crossed back under. They held it, pushed higher. Once it cleared this spot here, which was that resistance, once it did the break in base, confirm right there, it was off to the races to send that bad boy higher, now back up to these highs. That's a beautiful chart. A beautiful chart on Palance here. Looking very, very strong. Meta, new high a day, ripping face. SPY, looking great. Microsoft, about to go hit 440. Let's see, Q's at pre-market high. SPY, not quite there. IWM, another big green. IWM, big green candle at the open, and then 6 red candles in a row, and then big green candle. And they all just have wicks on the top and bottom of them. Very, very interesting. PLTR, Rippy, flow on the 150 and 160 calls. Ooh. TJ really wants NVIDIA to rip. I still think that 115 was the good rejection spot. All right, 10-minute close here on SPY. Morningstar reversal 9 times out of 10. Next candle's upside. It's looking good. Do 7 DTE. Those 575s, they were at what, like $1.95. Now they're at 217 here. But probably gonna do. I like 3 and 4 DTEs on Fridays, or 0 DTEs. So I got Mondays. Monday's not too bad. You got the 570s. They're cheap. So go over here to the 5-minute on SPY. So you get a pullback right here, back down to the 9 near like 564.50. These contracts probably be sitting just around $1. They're $1.15 right here, but it's looking good. Valdi still cruising higher. VIX rejecting, getting a higher low, little green candle. Q's new high a day, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a small pullback first and then come back down close to these EMAs and then rip higher. Here's SPY. These contracts are at 109, 110 here. Not bad. I'm going to grab a few of these. On SPY here. There's a beautiful 9 EMA back test there. Exactly what I said. I wanted to see the rejection come back down to the 9, get these calls, and then see if we can push higher here. Valdi ripping. All right, come on. 10-minute Morningstar reversal. Let's see if you can get a break in base above that next level. Yeah. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. NVIDIA, not looking too good. HIMS almost hit $40. Apple's getting a little bit of a stick. Meta's getting some volume. Meta. Oh my goodness. Tesla back at low of day. You got a mixed bag across the board, honestly, looking at these names here. Nice candle on SPY. 10%, nothing crazy yet. Google, nice ripper off that 162 here. Nice. put an order in to trim at 125 break on these contracts. Just got filled. That 162 right there. Look at that, off the 200 EMA. MMK zone. Beautiful ripper on Google. Let's go. There you go, SPY. There you go, baby. Yeah. Oh, SPY. Ripper. All right, stop at entry now. Trimmed. Booyah! Booyah! Let's go. Beautiful. 9 EMA, back test entry. Ripper candle off of it. Back up to the highs. Let's go. Drop it low, VIX. Drop it low, VIX. Rip it higher, SPY! All right. I am out half here. I'm sending the alert in Discord right now. Just got filled. 135. Out half. Stop at entry. Let's go. Google, give me a new high of day. Wee. All right. I'm still in those Googles. They went like below entry this morning, but they're small. And I'm taking a trim here. %. Everybody should be green on Google. All right, I have a stop at entry on the Googs. That trade does not go red now. Yep. Yeah, this is a rejection spot on SPY right here. Pre-market high. That's the reason why I trimmed. And look at this rejection. Don't let it go red. Got the trim off. It's the reason why I sold half. That was the spot. I got stopped out of the rest right here. Great trade. For those that don't know, like what I'm looking down at and what I'm doing, I trade off my cell phone. Look, here's the Google. I tried to take a screenshot of like the Google if it'll show it. That one's up 15%. That's the one I just got done trimming. Up 18% again. Woo! Christopher, I cannot answer that question. So this is another thing. So like Christopher said, stuck with a call for Tesla for next Friday for 102.5. Forgot to put a stop loss. It was $1,100. Should I hold or try to get back what I can? I can't answer that question for you. All I can tell you is what was the reason you got into the trade? What was your reasoning, your technical analysis, your thesis, and everything for that trade? Did it get invalidated? If it did, it's a loss. That's how I manage mine. If it's still valid, which from where yours is at, it looks like you said if you forgot to put a stop loss on it, I mean, then most likely it's been invalidated and the trade is no longer working out. So if it was $1,100, you got $100 left, how important, I guess, is that $100 right there? Can you take that $100 and go put it into something else? Or are you willing to let that go straight to zero and lose the rest of that entire position? That would be a decision that you would have to make as a trader. Let's see. Let's click through here. Apple trying to wake up a little bit. I don't mind getting some AAPU shares. Was it May? SPY is at what, like 565? Look at that volume that came in on SPY when I sold there at pre-market highs. Look at the volume that came in. It was over 2 million volume came in. Now we have an evening star setting up here on SPY, but there was 2 million volume that came in up here when SPY hit those pre-market highs and I sold half. That's a lot of volume. Back test of the 9 here. I mean, I'd be tempted to try long again off it. Same thing. VIX still holding in, putting in a higher low. Vol-D is still cruising higher though. QQQ sitting near high of day. And then nice trim on the Googles, the pre-market high as well. Very nice. Inverse head and shoulders, it certainly can be. Nice buy up off the 9 there on SPY. So in premium, I swung Google calls for May and June. That's what I'm managing this morning. And then the SPY 570s were the ones 3DT from Monday. That's what I took. Ugh. All right, nice nice re-entry there again. Same trade hit. Same thing. There she goes. Same shit, different day. If you missed round one, it gave you round two. Literally, I think contracts came back literally just to stop me out. I think they went down to my stop at entry, and then now they're back up here. 140. $110 to $140 now on those. Back up to the pre-market highs. Google back up to the pre-market highs. Let's rip it. Go to 165, baby. Go to 165. This is where I want you to go. See this red zone right up here? This is where I want you to go, Google. Be nice to me. Had a scammer. What is this? All these Discord scammers coming in. Click this link for a free $50 gift card. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. SPY new high a day. Google new high a day. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Another one just came in as I'm talking about. Are they listening to me? You piece of shit. Get out of here. Scammers. Let's go. Google it, Google it. Oh, SPY new highs. Ripping. That was a beautiful backtest entry. Go, go, go. Go. Google up 26% here. Gonna take a trim. Breaking new highs and just send her up to 165, please. I'm sending it on Discord right now. 26.4% on the 170s from May 16. Let's ride. Woo! Also sent it to my ex subscribers yesterday. So they had it this morning. The ones for June for Google, the 175s, they were up 17%. The 170s for May are up 27% here. All right. So everyone's in those SPY calls. Trim spot here. $40 per contract gain. Nothing crazy, but $40 holler. Googles are up. The 175s for June are up $40 holler. The 170s for May up $30 holler. So 40, 40, 30 is 100 and quick math, $110 this morning for every one contract on those. Let's go. Combine. Another one just came in. Dude, they must be watching the stream. All these scammers. They must be watching. Horror Show 0782. You're banned. Fuck you, dude. My phone's about to die. Look at that rejection right there on SPY. Beautiful trim spot. I gotta plug this in. Where's my laptop at? Oh. Gotta send an update to the X subscribers too for the Googles. See what we're doing here. Meta is on a tear. Tesla not doing anything. Apple back above 205. It's actually back to opening price. It actually looks pretty decent. Disney still holding up strong. Hims just made another new high a day on that previous candle. Snap! Oh, snap! Oh, snap, snap! Oh, shit! Snap! Oh, let's fucking go. I just looked at Snap. It's ripping! Let's go! I'm up 93% on those 7.5s that I sold. Shares are green too. Let's go. Let's go, Snap. Ripping back above $8 here. Let's go. I'm up 93% on these. Woo! I was just scrolling through the Weeble watch list right here, and I was like, it says Snap's up like 5%. Let me send this in Discord real quick. Look, let me put it in the chat. Look at that, 93.75%. Go, Snap, go. More volume came in there on SPY. Jesus. VIX is still just holding this low down here. Vol D still cruising higher, though. There's a back test of pre-market highs on Qs. Heat maps are looking decent. Just Apple and Amazon, which, I mean, they reported earnings. So, I mean, it makes sense. Just made $75 profit on the SPY calls a few minutes ago. Thank you. Let's go, Mario. I wish I had a soundboard. I can hit the little like buttons from Mario. That'd be fun. Great job, Mario. Can you just do YouTube stream instead of Discord? It's so much better. I could. The benefit with Discord stream is that's where the community is at, and that's where I'm at all day trading. So like my channels and everything are right there. So I don't have to toggle, back and forth between different applications. So, I mean, also, I believe YouTube might be delayed by a few seconds versus, being live in the Discord, which would be done in real time. So I think that would be the only downside there. What's up, Bobby? But great job, Mario. $75. Let's go. You take one trade, make $75 for the day. That's fantastic. Fantastic. People going to work for about 5 hours right now, trying to make $75. And that's just like the average around here for like $15 an hour. I don't know where it is where you're at, but regardless, minutes it took for $75. Great job. Great job. You got a little 5-minute hangman up here on Qs and the SPY. Usually not a good sign. A double top, little 5-minute hangman. Back tested the 9 EMA and pre-market highs. Looks good. still holding. But VIX, high or low, it's not wanting to fall off a cliff here, but the Vol D is pushing. So, I mean, it's still bullish, still leaning a little bit more bullish here. Broke back above, pulled back down, ripped back up. The only thing that I see is bearish is just that double top and 5-minute hangman. See how the 10, I mean, it looks like a hangman now on the 10, 5, 10, 15, and 30 minutes. So, I mean, if all that happens, then it could be a decent little short opportunity. But right now, it's a higher lows, holding the trend lines here. So buying the 9, risking the 21, pushing for those highs. Little trend. Trend is your friend. Someone said, bro, the Discord stream has nowhere near as much as delay. Why would we want the YouTube? I guess it just people's preference. Jay, what's up? Oh, hold on. What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. Jay. Discord has no delay. Great community. Check it out. I appreciate you, Jay. Jay in the premium Discord room. Let's go. How's Googly Doogly doing? We're holding the EMAs here on Google. I want to see 165 today. I want to see 165. I'll be out majority of my maze. And then we'll see how end of day is on Google. If I swing any of those maze. Definitely still like the Junes. Looking good. Look at the daily on Google right now. If it closes like it is, it got red hanging man here as well. So you got red hanging mans across the board here on the 5 minutes. SPY, Qs, Googles, all coming back down with these little red hanging mans. But go to the daily. Here, I drew this chart yesterday and I sent it out on X. We're almost there. So bought the calls. I want to see the move to 170, which would send it to here. And let me turn this on. Should be an order block right there. Yeah, perfect. As of right now, look at this. Look at this, like 3 hammer on the daily. I mean, insane. So, looking good. Looking good. Nice break in base here. You break the trend line, came back down, retested it, and held. Love it. And then pushing higher. So I still want to see 170. So it's looking good. It's the exact same chart that I sent out yesterday on the Googles. Someone said 166 is VWAP daily on Google. Fantastic. If it can reach that 165, break above it, go to the $166 higher, I would greatly appreciate it. 9 EMA, back test, buy up right there off of SPY. Again, Q, same thing. Come on. We're still holding trend. Buy the 9, risk the 21. So what it's looking like. Nice little yellow zone right here on SPY that is working nicely this morning. Pre-market high, again, back test. 9 EMA right there on Qs. Pop it straight back up. See if we can make a new high of day or if it's going to put in a higher low. Would love to see a new high of day. I want to see Google do the same thing here. Hold the EMAs and go higher. What time is it? 10:40. Got an hour. Plenty of things can happen. We could rip all the way down right here, and then we can rip all the way back up here. Who knows? Trump could drop a tweet any second. Someone said, there goes NVIDIA. Ripping. NVIDIA's still flat. What do you mean there goes NVIDIA? All right, here's the after for the Googles. I'm going to send an update on X for the members there, or the X subscribers over there as well, with a screenshot of the Googles. And then I will send it to everyone else as well for an update. Bow, chicken, bow, bow. Quote. Googly doogly. Trimmed. Money bag sign. Dollar sign. Google. Subscribers. Post. Let's go. Oh, red candles. Back down. Lower high. Back to pre-market highs. What's VIX doing? Still holding. Let me get rid of that indicator so it can help show that. Where the fuck's it at? VIX has not been making new lows, while SPY and Qs have been pushing to these new highs. There we go. Get that out of the way. There. Right there. It has not been making new lows from the lows this morning. It's back testing its EMAs right now. So it's back testing here. SPY is back testing here. So VIX is at its 21 EMA. SPY is almost there. It's about 30 more cents downside. Qs, not even close. Qs is still just back testing 9 EMA and pre-market highs. SPY can drop down probably a little bit lower. If VIX gets back above 23 bucks, though, it's this bottom one over here on the bottom right. That's a W. That's a wombo. That is a wombo. Wombo wing. And there's that gap fill up to here. So if it plays out the W for the wombo, SPY will come most likely back down here and probably hit this same low that it bounced off of this morning. So that will be interesting to watch. Qs would probably send it back down here to middle of this range near the 486. As of right now, I mean, trend is still up for the day until proven otherwise. But we shall see how it plays out. But I appreciate you, Jayhawk. And then great job, Mario. Quick cash on the day. Oh, yeah. And freaking Snapchat. Let's go, Snap. Sniggity snap. Who even uses Snapchat anymore? Does anyone use the little snappity dappity chatty thing? Who even snaps anymore? Who snaps? Who even snaps anymore? Tesla getting a nice little green candle here. IWM looking a little bit rough. Microsoft at 440, it got 56 cents away. And then Evening Star, short. As a short signal right there, son. Google come back down after the hangman. But Microsoft, that ripper this morning, 9 times out of 10. Oh, the candle was green. It came lower. Evening Star, right there. Mark 440. Right there. That, my friends, is something called an Evening Star, which is one of the greatest freaking candlestick patterns of all time that you want to see at the top of an uptrend to catch a move back to the downside. It is one of my top favorites. Actually, no, it probably is my absolute top favorite bearish candlestick reversal. So I will be teaching that tomorrow in the mastermind class. So I am teaching, I believe it is my 20th class tomorrow for this mastermind. So it is a 4-hour course, and it's a one-time thing. Not multiple sessions, not multiple weeks, weekends, blah blah. It's a one day, one class, one and done kind of deal. From 4 hours, I start with a blank chart with nothing on there. And then at the very end of the session, full chart setups and strategies, and have learned absolutely everything. Um, about candlesticks, chart patterns, trend lines, support resistance, supply demand, risk to reward for entries, exits, profit scales, combining all those things together, and then looking at indicators for confluence, and then having the full chart set up, and then those strategies by the end. Um, get all that done in 4 hours. This is my favorite class to teach. It's the reason why I teach it so much. I haven't had anybody like attend this class and they did not learn something that was not helpful that helped them move forward. Always get great feedback from this class. The reason why I just continue to teach it whenever I can. So teaching it tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. I believe I'm going to start until about 12:30. So be live in the Discord. You can still register at any point in time too. Just go to my store, links in the bio. I'll end up retweeting and making a little post later. If anyone still wants to come and attend, it's recorded as well. So if you can't attend it live, you get access to the recordings and you can watch it whenever in the future, forever, multiple times, whenever you need a refresher. And then every time I teach another mastermind class, you have access to my mastermind live channel in my Discord. You can jump in and tune in anytime and get a refresher. If I'm going to teach this class again next month, and you're like, man, I want to, well, he's teaching today. I want to go back and listen to him teach about something because I had some questions that I wanted to ask him or learn about, the support resistance zones, or need something better for risk to reward entries. Come freaking tune back in again. Hang out, take the class, and listen again. Let's go. Oh, Discord hit the long on that back test for futures? Oh, you guys crazy. He sniped it, though. Nice little scalp. VIX looks like it's trying, though. VIX looks like it's trying. So that's all we teenagers use. We don't text, use the old Snapchat. I haven't had Snapchat in freaking forever. I know that it was still around. It's about to make a new high of day. Look at that evening star. See? I'm going to talk about this tomorrow and teach it. Everything that I teach too in the mastermind for any stock, any time frame, doesn't matter. 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour, daily, weekly, and then every stock, doesn't freaking matter. It is universal information on all of them. It is the same strategies. Look at Snap. Look at this bad boy go. Together forever. All right, I'm going to send this on Google real quick. All that I ask is a like, comment, retweet, a heart. I don't know. Nice move on Google. Trimmed my calls. All right. Go to my X profile. I just sent that Google chart out. Just update it, and then the screenshot of those two positions. Those are the ones that I was trimming out this morning. I wasn't going to go there. I am talking about Snapchat. Snapchat good for nudes. We're not going to talk about it. This is a family show. Bow, 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 bow. SPY the Casey algo. The Casey algo is a freaking goat. That's my baby. That is my baby strategy. Oh, look at those gains right there on SPY, SPX, and Snap in the Discord. Let's go, I am. Nice. Let me post my gains. Hold on, let me post my gains in here real quick. I have gains too. Those are my gains for the day. Put 4 screenshots in there. Casey Algo, let's go. Together forever. VIX popping up to this 23. It is Wombo looking better and better. But if it does reject right up here, that would be the bounce that SPY needs to hold these EMAs and then push higher. A failed Wombo. The Wombo fails, SPY can rip. Snack that smiles back. Goldfish. I have almost a 2K day snap streak. You snap way too much. You're snapping every day. That can't be healthy. 10-minute M2K. Would that also be an evening star? I can look at IWM. And 10-minute. It is indeed. I would absolutely classify this as an evening star. Usually I like to see that red candle to be, red or a shooting star. It's kind of like a hanging man. It's green at the top of the price action, but nevertheless, big body green candle on the left, big red body on the right. You combine those three together, that, my friend, right there, I would say can be a nice evening star. So looking good for the short. So 10-minute hanging man's printing. 15s looking weak. SPY 5-minute hanging man. SPY 10-minute hanging man. 15-minute double top. IWM potential hanging man. So, I mean, it's not. There's the 21 EMA. That can be a good bouncy spot. And here it is. VIX at the 23 for the Wombo. There it is. This is do or die. Who wins? VIX or SPY? This is do or die. SPY either rips off the 21 and makes a new high of day, and VIX rejects the 23 and fails the Wombo. Or it plays out, it goes for the gap fill. SPY ends up coming back down under the 21 EMA and comes back down here near the bottom of this range. Let's see what happens, folks. Snapchat new high day. Yo, Tesla's on a tear. Meta's looking good. Googly Doogly's about to freaking give this bull flag. Let's go. I think SPY is going to win that battle with VIX. Market can rip off the 21 if it rejects it. Let's see. But the Google, come on. I just sent that tweet. Go give it a like, a heart, comment, retweet, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. I would just appreciate it. But it's that chart, the daily on Google, looking good so far. Is that new high day? Looks like a new high day. Both those positions, the Google 170s, May 16th, and then the Google 175s for June. Both those positions are green here. Let me go check them up. I'm up now 30%. I'm up 53% on him shares right now too. But yep, Google new highs briefly there for a split second, and those 170s are over 30%. So just slightly higher from earlier. me send that in the Discords. I took my profit when Google tagged 164. Great work. Nice job. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, Tesla. Tesla doing it. Come on. I don't care how she gets up to that freaking zone, but this is the first thing I charted this morning. I was like, I don't care how she gets up there. I want it to go up there. This show is not sponsored by NeuroGum, but love NeuroGum. Tell them to sponsor me. Or can I at least get a discount on the monthly subscription that I get from Amazon? Like NeuroGum. There's over 3,000 people here listening. Just sponsor me a little bit. All right, Vix, what you gonna do? Act a fool. Hi, I'm Dave. In case you get a chance, could you explain how covered calls and cash secure puts work? 100%. I'm gonna do it right now. So I'll tell you. I do it on 3 things right now. We will do TSLL first for Tesla. Okay, so I'm doing covered calls and cash secure puts on Snapchat, TSLL, which is the 2x bull shares of Tesla, and then Rivian, RIVN. So I sent this out. I don't even, what was it, like a week or 2 ago? But I bought TSLL, $7.24. We're looking good though. Look at this chart. Look at this daily. It's just ready to go. She's ready to go. So $6. All right. The mastermind class, I will answer that right after this, Penny. I promise you, because I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that ready. Oh, hold on. We're ripping. Chad's saying we're ripping. Discord saying go, go, go. Those longs on the futures printing. Oh, off the 21 EMA. Oh, VIX rejecting the 23 for the Wombo. Oh, we're going to get the Ripper. What's Googly Doogly doing? That's all that matters. What's Google doing? It's Google at 165. That's all I care about. I'm actually going to drop this down right here. I'm going to set an alert. Oh, Google looks like it wants to do it, though. Look at this flag break. I'm going to answer your guys' questions in a second. I promise you. I just love seeing this. Let's go. Bull flag break. Send it. Zone to zone. Nice pop on SPY. Nice pop on Qs. Looking spicy. All right. Come on, Google. All right. There we go. So to answer your question, hi, I'm Dave. Real quick. I'm just going to use TSL for an example, but I'm doing this again on TSL, Snap, and Rivian. So I buy TSLL down here where the yellow line is. I buy the shares here. I don't mind also owning the shares at $6. So I buy shares here at the yellow line. Okay. This is where I buy my shares. I sell a cash secured put for $6. You sell. Covered calls and cash secured puts are selling options. Okay. I sell a $6 cash secured put. Say it's you get $20, right? $20 per one. Say I'm just going to do one, which means I buy them here because I like them at this $7 whatever 20-cent range area. So make sure I'm not doing nothing crazy. All right, buy them here. I'm telling myself that, say I buy 100 shares right here. I'm telling myself if it does come down to $6, okay, I'm going to sell this cash secured put. If it comes down to $6 and that goes in the money, okay, I will lose my $20 on my cash secured put. I will get assigned 100 shares at $6, which I'm fine because I don't mind owning TSLL down here at this price. If it does not come down here, which it did not, obviously, because it kept ripping higher, the cash secured put that does not get assigned, that was worth $20, expires for full profit plus 100%, and I collect all the premium on that option that I sold. Now, like right now for TSL, I recently sold $12 covered calls. So I sold these $12 covered calls. It's kind of like a hedge against my shares. So if it rejects, if Tesla doesn't break above 290, 300, whatever, and it rejects the top of this flag, this resistance that's kind of right up here, and it starts to pull back down, say I sold this covered call also for $20, I sold it. All right. If by the end of expiration, this for next week, May 9th, if TSLL is below $12, right, it can even pop up. It could even pop up here. And then by expiration, pull straight back down. Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But by expiration, if it expires out of the money and it doesn't go in the money, same thing with the cash secured put, you keep all of that premium. So by May 9th, my $12 covered call is not in the money. I collect that premium. Downside, similar to the cash secured put, right? If it rips and that $12 covered call gets in the money, I lose the money for my covered call. But what am I gaining during that time, right? I'm gaining value on my shares that I own from down here at 724, and they were at like $10 right here. So now my contracts go from $10 to $12. Say I have 100 of them, right? I'm going to gain $2 per share. So I have 100 of them. I'm going to make $200. But I'm going to lose that money on my covered call. It's like a hedge against it. So you can use cash secured puts and covered calls to collect this extra premium here on the side while you have these shares. You just got to do technical analysis on the chart, right? So like if it does go higher, where's the resistance at? Resistance is at $12, which means I want it to stay underneath or target $12. If that's the case, if I can sell 12, 13, or even up here, $14 calls far out of the money for next week. And I'm like, there's no way, like, unless something crazy happens, that it's going to rip all the way back up here, in the next week. I'll sell these covered calls. If it does and I lose on my covered calls, that's fine because I own the freaking shares, which means my portfolio for owning these shares is going to be exploding during that time. So just by owning the shares, it allows you to sell these covered calls and these cash secured puts that are far out of the money, collecting the premium while the stock is moving up and down, up and down. So that's the benefit of cash secured puts and covered calls. Penny mastermind info, I'll get that for you. What SpyIQ is doing? Nothing. VIX still sitting right here at 23, but it looks like it's failed. Looks like a failed Wombo so far. All right. Mastermind class. In 1 second. If you go to my profile, okay, on X, I have a link tree. You can click on that and you'll see a bunch of things pop up. Okay. There is a thing that says join my Discord server, which you got to do anyways, because that's where it's at. Do that. And then it says you join the premium Discord with the link below, which takes you to my store. And the third one below says MMK Algo Indicators, ATM Bot. I got to fix that because that is gone. And then Mastermind class. You can click on that link. Still takes you to my store. And it will take you there. Do not, I repeat, do not use the WAP mobile app for anything. Just do it on your computer, Safari, browser. I don't care. Do not use the mobile app. It is not user friendly. It's very freaking confusing and complicated. So you can do that. You can also, if you're in my Discord, I have a mastermind like class info channel where I send the links and everything there as well. But you sign up for the mastermind just like you would for like the premium Discord access for like my community in my room, right? It's all in the same WAP store. So when you go to my WAP store where like my premium Discord is, you can just like scroll over in my store for all the products that are in there. And I think it's the last one that's on there actually. It's like 5 or 6 different products in there. The last one is the mastermind. But I will, let me see, pin to profile. All right. This is for you, Penny. All right. This is for Penny. I just pinned it. So now if you go to the top of my X page, it should be there. I pinned the tweet for my mastermind. I could be wrong, but it should be there. And you can get 30% off right now if you want to go register and attend it tomorrow. I'll retweet it just to make sure it's there. But now it's at the top of my X profile. So you can click on that. It tells you everything about the class. And then there's the code right there on as well. So just use KC30 for 30% off. And the link for the class is at the bottom of that tweet. You can click on that and it will take you straight there. See if I can change my screen real quick. You're welcome, Dave. See if I can change my screen. Replace screen sharing. Let's go to my Discord. Are we here? Are we here? We're here. My dog is barking. We're here. Look at this. Who's posting gains? NVIDIA, $700. Tesla, 440. Nice. Great job. So over here, mastermind, blah, 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 right here. Mastermind info at the top. Here it is. So here's that tweet. It's actually in here, right here. So I have these info channels. This is mastermind info, MMK, algo info, and Casey algo. But mastermind info is right here. Click on this, whatever, and then it will take you to my WAP store right here. And this is where all my stuff is at. Just click those links. So what's chat doing? Let's go. Great work. Let's fucking go, Carlos. This is my Discord. This is where we hang out Monday through Thursday. What is that? Futures pop? Oh, let's go. There's the Google. Look, sent to the Discord. 30% cut half. SPY calls that I sent right here from this morning. Look, here's Rivian. right here. I sold $17 covered calls and $11 cash secured puts. Here's my Google swing, my small swings before Amazon and Apple had their earnings. I swung these Google calls into today, which are the ones that I'm trimming out here. Anybody post some profits yet? After a big loss yesterday, made some money. Let's go. Nice job. Tesla, nice work. Here's mine. Here's that Snapchat, 93%. SPY, catching that 15% trim. And then the Googles. Nice job. $900 holla. Nice job, Big Tuna. Great work. All right, let's change this back. Let's go see what the market's doing. Nothing. To be honest, like, it hasn't really done much today. Like, if I get all this bullshit out of the way. But real quick, Rivian, just to go off that other one too. I own Rivian here. So I sold 11s, which is here. And I sold 17s right here for next week. So I own Rivian here for shares. So for next week, you guys have now just a little information on one of my trades in premium. It's just one of my, nothing crazy. I usually don't alert these too much, mainly just all the other trades, but I own Rivian here. We got some resistance right up here. So if it absolutely rips from news or whatever, Rivian can go $17. Do I foresee Rivian hitting $17 by May 9th? I do not foresee Rivian hitting $17 by May 9th. So I sold Rivian $17 calls as a hedge against my shares. So if Rivian decides to come back down here, then those $17 calls that I sold up here, I will collect some premium. I also sold 11s, cash secured puts. Rivian falls off the face of the earth, comes back down to 11 by May 9th and goes under here. I will get assigned more shares of Rivian down here at 11, which I'm perfectly fine with owning more shares of Rivian down there at 11. If it pulls back down to here, goes here, bounces, whatever, just doesn't go under 11 by May 9th, then I will collect the premium from the cash secured puts that I sold right here. So that is a trade, a swing that I'm currently in, owning Rivian and selling these strikes right now for extra money. Q's still holding. EMAs all morning, very choppy. Caught the nice big push right here this morning for those calls real quick, and then it's just been, kind of going back and forth, but it's still looking good. VIX still underneath 23. No candle closes above it. Still rejection. Google! Oh, shoot. Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me go check. Oh, I'm up 42%. All right, up 42% on the Google 170s here for May 16. I'm up 25% on the Google 175s for June. I'm going to take another one off here on both. Going to 165, baby. Google rocket emoji. Google 170 plus 42%. Google 175 calls for June 25. Ripping! Oh, chat's getting paid right now. Chat's getting paid. Go, 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 go. Great work. I send out both right now in Discord on Google's for the trims. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Where are we going? I mean, March NFP highs all the way up there. Babies are pissed. Google's almost there. She can do it. I believe in her. Snap. Oh, snap. Let's fucking go, Snapchat. New highs. That's gonna. It's at 100% for the day. It's good. Those options are going to be expiring for full profit 100%. That's easy money. Let's go. All right, about to send the updated tweet on the Google. I'm out half of the Google 170s for May, and I sold a third of my calls for Google 175s for June. And sent. Googly doogly. All my Snap cash secured puts are almost 100%. Me too. Me too. And me too. Let's go. And the shares are green. Good. Let's go. QQQ, little shooting star there on the 5. SPY lower high. So Q is stronger than SPY. SPY did not make a new high today. SPY lower high, 21 EMA test. VIX still just sitting right at 23. I'm about to roll into lunchtime here soon, though. Great job on Snap. Great work. Nice trim there on Google because it just got slapped just before 165. Again, trade does not go red. He got stops at entry on the rest. Meta. Hello. Meta just hit 600 target. It's on my Webull chart. It's not on TradingView. Look at that bad boy. Nice little rounded bottom and straight up here. That's a big area of resistance. That's a short spot. It is. It's a target upside if you're in longs, but that is a short spot on Meta. 600. I don't know who wants to be the one to step in front of the Zuck, but 600 is a big spot. You'd want to see the 21 EMA and pre-market high hold right here on the Googles. Right there. Kind of hold today's trend until it gets up there to the 165. Spine Q's coming down. Meta. I'm tempted to freaking take a short. Someone said evening star on SPY is kind of setting up a little one right here. Not a big candle on the left, but the top wick right here, and then big on the right. Lower high. It's 21 EMA test right here, so expect a little bit of retracement when it's tested. It kind of just did that so far. Q's has not got down to the 21 EMA yet. Again, Q's is a lot different than SPY right now. Again, I just sent that post on Google, here on X. If you took Google, comment with the gains. Would love to see it. Give it a heart, comment, retweet. We appreciate you. TSLL, 7.5 cash secured put from earlier this week is at 85%. It's going to expire for full profit 100. The TSLL $12 covered call from earlier this week as well is at 92%. That will expire full profit 100%. Sent both of those on X earlier this week, along with the Snap 7.5 again, which is at 93.75. That will be another 100%. The Rivians that I just opened are the cash secured put is up 6%. The covered call is up 23%. And I'm up 10% on my shares. So it is green all the way around on all three sides, which is best case scenario that you want to see when you're doing cash secured puts and covered calls with your shares. Penny, yes, I will be doing this mastermind again. I try to do it at the end of every month. Again, it's also recorded as well, so it's going to be uploaded. The recording's going to be uploaded Sunday after I teach this class tomorrow, so you'll have access to it Sunday to watch the recording at any point in time when you have the time to sit down and watch it, and you'll have that recording to watch for forever from here on out. You're always going to have access to it. I just responded to your tweet as well, Penny. Oh, you're listening. You said perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. If you guys have any questions about anything, and look, see, Penny, you're already ahead of it too. Sent me a DM. Exactly what I was about to say. You can always send me a DM. I try to check them whenever I can when I have free time. If you have any questions about anything, whether it's the mastermind classes, whether it's premium Discord, or just questions in general overall, I try to get back. I have a lot of DMs to go through, but try to get back when I can later in the evening, not during open market hours. If you have questions about anything, Casey Algo, again, Discord Mastermind, trading, whatever it is, always shoot me a DM on X. I respond a lot faster in Discord because that's where I live, is in my Discord. I'm always in there with my members in premium Discord. So if you send me a message within the Discord app, I'll absolutely probably get that notification and see that versus on X, because I do not get notifications for X DMs. I'll just have to find time to go click on that and then go through there. But Discord will alert me. Coming down on the Qs, there's VWAP on the SPY. Meta 600 rejection. VIX back to 23. Good trim on the Googles for the 40+%. I appreciate the ones that just went and gave that a like. It deserves more. Go give it more likes. But again, SPY, like I'm looking at SPY here on Webull, hasn't really done too much today. There's a negative 900 tick. When SPY hit VWAP, doesn't really mean too much. I'm seeing across the board, but it could be a little bouncy, but it doesn't look like it wants to do it. It looks like we want to break down. VIX gonna go for the gap fill. Oh, Meta. I'm curious. Meta 0 DTE puts, how fast do they move? I absolutely would have taken that shit. Like right now, the 590s, if I were to take them. Oh my God, they were like, they were stupid cheap up there. Oh man. Here, shits and giggles. Let's see something. Those contracts are low. We're at 55. They're at $120 right here. They went 100% on that 600 rejection. So you're telling me right now, if it breaks this previous day high and it comes down here to 592, these things will probably go to $2. There's no way. They had a little bouncy spot though on SPY and Qs. It's VWAP for the first time since this morning. Qs, that's 21 EMA since the first time this morning. Again, or was that negative tick? It is holding up. And VIX smacked at 23. So now the question is, this pop right up here. Holy bejeebus. Is this another lower high or is it like actually going to go this time? Google, that's the spot. It's got to hold. It's got to hold. Is this lower high? Back test of the 9 rejection before we go lower, or is it a reclaim and then go higher? What we thinking? Him's looking good. Him's been consolidating all day up here. This 39. It's up 8% on the day. IWM just hit VWAP for the first time as well since earlier this morning. Oh man, Meta 10-minute was a freaking short. That was a full port my account short. Evening Star off 600. Dude, I'm telling you. Best thing in the world. Oh my god. That is textbook. That is the textbook Evening Star right there. 15-minute looking a little tweezer toppy. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. That don't look good for Meta. Just sent that in the chat too. Look at that. 10-minute Evening Star off 600. If it breaks that 595, Spine Q's still at decision. Vol D's still cruising higher. Vol DQ still cruising higher. It has been by the dip mode all morning. Look, after all these red candles, dip down, gets bought back up. Dip down. Do they buy it back up? Or are we going lower? Watch those metas. Watch those meta puts. As the Evening Star, 10 minutes, 600 rejection. Ooh. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. SPY Q's IWM holding though. I mean, Meta can do whatever it wants. Tesla looks like a flag off the 21 EMA. Google stagnant right there at that spot. Nothing. Q's closed right on the 9, I think, as did SPY. So nothing really. Nice bounce off the VWAP though. Close over the 21, close directly on the 9. Can you take it higher? What was it? Been an hour and 20 minutes in this zone on Q's. Ever since that run up this morning, just stuck. What's that? $1.50? It was $1.50 range from like top to bottom right there on Q's for an hour and a half. Disgusting. Daily volume dropping on the indices. We're getting into lunchtime. So, but again, it's been holding all day. It has been a little bit more of a buy the dip kind of day so far. All the dips been getting bought back up, but also it's not really ripping, making new highs each time either. SPY is making lower highs. Qs is hitting near the same high. So, I mean, volume on Qs for the day so far is 14.5 million. SPY is 20 million. I mean, but if you look at SPY on the 5 and 10, you can see a little bit of a flag here. Look, with the move up from earlier from those calls right here, and then this consolidation, I mean, it kind of looks like a flag. Right? You got the move up here from the Morningstar reversal. Boom. Actually, I guess I should screenshot that because that was a reason for those calls this morning. Let me use a blank chart. I don't want to put it like here. Well, I guess I can do that. And that looks somewhat decent there. Let me highlight these three. And let me get rid of that and that. So that was the Morningstar reversal this morning for those calls on SPY. 9 times out of 10, I always say next candle's green. Is that a fact? No. Does it work out majority of the time? I would say so. And a nice move up again here on the 10-minute. I mean, it looks like a flag. Does it not? Oh, we're ripping off of it. VIX smacked at 23. Look at that VWAP bounce. Jesus. I mean, that looks like a 10-minute bull flag to me if I've ever seen one. Trying to type this. On SPY. That's the top of the 10-minute flag right there. Vol D been cruising all morning. Show me the Ripper. Every time I say that, it happens 5 minutes later. Then let's go. Show me the Ripper. IWM, big bounce off VWAP for IWM. Google trying to hold it. Google's trying to hold it. It is trying. Look at iDubbbz. VWAP. Back up to new highs. We're about to make new highs. We're rolling into lunch though here, so be careful. Just volume can kind of drop off here on SPY. You can get choppy if you're trading 0 to 3 DTEs, especially zeros. But look at this Vol D though. It has been above and cruising zero line all morning. $200 on IWM. She wants it. She wants it. Previous month high, 570 on SPY. This consolidation right here. Q's looking good on the 5 though. Back to these highs. Q's get that pop up to 490. Both are in 5-minute squeezes as of right now, SPY and QQQ. Previous day low, right here at the bottom of that box. Been holding right there on SPY or Q's. That's beautiful SR flip. It's one of the top things I'm going to cover and talk about in the mastermind is just that as resistance right here. Once it breaks above it, comes back down, retest it, makes it support, and it rips off that. Look, now it's support every other time after that until proven otherwise. So they're dip buys. Dip buys, they flip it. It's called an SR flip. Beautiful. Rip and then dip. I actually would not be surprised to see a rip to make new highs and then a flash straight back down afterwards. Would not be surprised. IWM new high day, hitting 200. Q's about to make a new high. Go Google. Google it, Google it. I'm getting alerts. I'm getting alerts. Things are trying to go. Tesla approaching orb high. Ooh. Yeah, she is. Look at Tessie. Back up to 288 here. Things are trying. I don't like to open up new trades going into lunch or during lunch, but we are one Trump tweet away from just knifing straight back down. Or just ripping. Just the anticipation. Why was there $150 just withdrawn from my checking account? What did I purchase? Oh no, it's fucking WAP. Again. WAP has been taking money from me every month and I don't know why. Like my account's like not on file. But yeah, they take $150 from me every month. And I always message them about it. And they say they can never find the transaction. So then I send the screenshots and they're saying they don't see it. But I lose $150 every month for the last like 4 months. Isn't that insane? Dude, it's literally the second of every month. Every time. And no one can figure out why. Briefly above the flag, kind of. We're at the top of it. Let's see. Bishop. Dollar Tree, Costco. Nice job. Costco from what, 205 to 270. Dollar Tree 460 from 310. Nice. Things can just stall out right here, and I wouldn't be surprised. Volume's been dying off the last 15 minutes on Qs, and it's not increasing on a SPY approaching this area right here. I mean, the 10 minutes looking great for this freaking breakout. There's just ain't no volume coming in up here in this area on anything. But it's looking good. Amazon no longer red on the heat map. It's still down, but yo, McDonald's, why are you red? Why is Mickey D's red? See if that 5-minute squeeze can rip it up to a new high of day, and then watch them dip it for lunch. There's Q's new high. I'm gonna go tap that 490 real quick. Hey, Liv, my YouTube manager. Like, share, subscribe, everybody. Yes, I will be doing a lot more streaming and content on YouTube once I get the next house and office set up over there. I'll be doing a lot more streaming and stuff on YouTube. So, yes, make sure you are subscribed to it. The YouTube channel in the next, for about 2 or 3 months, is going to be completely different and be popping off. There's an angry baby in the living room. I do have to jump off here in 10 minutes. Fun day. Fun day. Yeah. Look, if you made money from today's stream, consider joining the Discord. Why not? Hi, Mario. My man Mario. Quick, easy trade on the SPY calls this morning. 75 bucks in a matter of minutes. Let's go. Yeah, Discord. We hang out. Community's great. I absolutely love our Discord community. What we got? 7,000 people in here now. Let's go. The KC50 code is still valid too. $50 a month. It's less than $2 a day to be in here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active analysts right now. My other ones are on vacay, taking some personal time off. But we got swing trading, some 0 DTEs and small caps, futures, myself for swing and day trading on options. Who posted in the profits channel? Oh, done for the day. $1,053. Let's go. Let's go. Great freaking work. Yeah, make sure you're posting the gains in the profit channel in the Discord. Great job. Susie Q, $256 holla week. Cheers all. Thanks, KC. Amazing job, Susie. Amazing job. Great work. So what it's about, consistency. $250 a day. That's easy. That's easy work for you, Susie Q. You do that every day consistently. Over $1,000 for the week. Extra $4,000 for the month. I don't know about you, but I can use always an extra $4,000 a month from trading. A little here and there, $250 on the days. Qs, or not Qs, VIX. Look at this. Look at that. Higher lows in 23. Just mark those two things for the rest of the freaking day. Draw a line at 23. Mark the gap fill. Mark the trend line for the higher lows. I mean, that can be a bear flag waiting to break down. And if it does, it means SPY and Q can rip on the back half. But if it continues to hold and eventually goes back up here, gets itself in a tight wedge above 23 and rips and goes for the gap fill, SPY comes down the back half of the day. But continues to reject and then stops putting in these higher lows and breaks down, makes new lows after that, SPY and Qs will rip and go hit these targets upside. That's a nice buy there off the 9 EMA there on SPY. I mean, that'll send SPY here. I'll send Qs here. You see VIX making those new lows. Google, you're looking like a little bit of a head and shoulders now. You're not really moving how I want it to. I mean, I've already locked in some good profit and got stops in, but still, I want 165 today. Then, bro, give me that blue heart for my profits in the Discord. Hold on. Did you put some in the profits channel? Let me see. Let me see. Whoa, is that Mike? Mike? Took SPX calls. $800 on the day. Let's go. Blue heart. And then the Casey Cash emoji right there for you. Let's go. Great work. Look at all these profits coming in the profit channel. Let's go. Great job, guys. Good thing about Fridays, the reason why I like swinging into Fridays too, because I don't like actively day trading on Fridays, because Fridays, historically speaking, have been my worst days. When I was learning how to trade, and for the first 2 years, I always get them back on Fridays, just because emotions would kick in. So I was like, if I trade on Fridays, then swing something into a Friday. If you get gains on it, it's freaking easy to manage. Lock that in early on in the day, like Google, for example. Swung 2 positions on Google, 40%, 25%. I can be done for the day if I want to. And then, you can take another smaller trades intraday here and there, like for the SPY calls example here this morning for extra profits. So nice job. Someone said, JT, thoughts on NCLH? Oh, I love NCLH. This 10-minute flag looks like it wants to go. 5 minutes, squeeze it. Let's see. Well, let's go look at Norwegian Cruise Line. Oh, she's back in the chop zone. I got a level right here at $18. Oh, no. Just filled the gap upside, but right there, it already has the trend line. It has to break and base above Previous week high, the trend line $18. It's got to do that. It's got to get the break and close up here. If it does that, it looks good for the move back up to previous month high. It's going to be around $20, up to 21 for Norwegian. There's a trend line test literally right here, back at like this 17, like 40 area. So after it just filled the gap, you can get a little rejection and pull back down. But if it can get a breaking base above $18, looks good for a long for that 20 push. Next week it's in a squeeze on the daily as of right now. Looking upside. Look at that. Looking good. So breaking base, here. Let me put these arrows in and then see if we can get that move here. You'll see the squeeze on the histogram down here. Looking good. Nice job, JT. Let me get this for you. Resistance here, but above 18 can send the daily squeeze to $20. How we looking, spine cues? All right, VIX. Dropping low, girl. Google, freaking get your act together, man. Spine cues are going to go without you because you're taking too damn long. Get off. There we go. 10-minute flag breaking out. Back test. Back test and go. Back test and go. It's been a great close to my week. Going off on vacay for 2 weeks. And we'll be right back strong. Great work, Mike. Mike in the Discord crushes it. Enjoy. Great work. Cheers. Someone said, how did you learn? Surrounding yourself with a group of other knowledgeable traders, but then also just doing your own research and back testing strategies. Within the first 2 years before I got really involved on X and on Spaces, the first 2 years of trading was a lot of online research and self-taught, just by myself doing all of that. And then learning and back testing those strategies and then using them and then seeing if what I was doing was working. And then once it started to work, started to make money and started to really like what I was seeing when I'm doing the technical analysis on the chart. And then I got involved with social media, then here on X, and then, end up expanding. And now I'm here as KC Trades. That's really how it all started. Looking good here. Q's got to be at new highs almost. Yeah. 10-minute flag break. We're breaking. Ho! There you go. Target. Target. What the fuck? There's a squeeze. There's the squeeze. Boom. There's your squeeze. Holy shit. Trump proposed. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, headlines coming out. What did I say? I was kind of just joking. I say we're one tweet away from falling off a cliff or squeezing to new highs. Lone freaking behold, what happens? 5-minute squeeze and then Trump tweet. Boom. That's funny as shit. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. Right before I gotta jump off too. That's funny. Oh my goodness, my account just jumped. More importantly, what did Google do? Go, Google. You piece of shit. You're the last one. Oh my god. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Beautiful squeeze. What a beautiful squeeze. We called it out here first. We called it here first. We were one tweet away from Trump, and a 5-minute squeeze was in play. And then, lo and behold, Trump sends a tweet, and the squeeze fires upside. No, no, no way! You just make what, $1,200? No, Mike. Oh, more freaking gains. $1,200 in what, that one fucking candle? Fastest fucking $1,200 ever made in your life. Casey the damn Oracle. Oh, that was funny. Oh my good, $3,000. Oh my god. Look. Hold on. Look at this. Hold on, let me change the screen quick before I jump off in Discord. Look, I'm going to show you guys here on the stream. Oh my god, let's go. Let's go. Great job, Mike. That's awesome. We were dead in the middle way too much for my liking. Chill. Oh man. Let me change it back. I just wanted to show that. Oh my god. Well, and look what happened with VIX. Broke the trend line. Oh, there you go. That was fun. Google's still not 165. What the fuck? Look at that. SR flips. All you need is SR flips and Trump tweets and squeezes. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. Jesus. What a freaking move. I made another $100. Something else was pumping. Holy bejeebus. Look at that 10-minute flag break, baby. What was the target up there? It was like 567.65. 567.65. It's like right there. That was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Great job on the ones that caught it. The only thing so far that I've learned today was the calls for it off that Morningstar reversal. And then just waiting for Google to go. All right, I'm jumping off here. Fun day. 4,000 people in here. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out for the day. This was a fun way to close this stream. Bullshitting around, filing a flag break and a 5-minute squeeze, saying we're one tweet away from Trump from seeing some craziness go on, and then it all lines up in the world, and then boom, like that's all you need. Great job. All right. Went straight to target. Like literally drew the line prior and it went straight to target. Did I take a screenshot of it prior? I did. Let's go. Nice. I'll say I knew I sent something in the Discord prior. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Look at, if you're in the Discord, look at those two charts that I just sent for the before and after for the SPY move. Look. Oh my god. I'm going to share that on Spaces or on X here in a second when I jump off the live stream. Oh, that was freaking hilarious. Straight the target. Google, you're still being a piece of shit, but well, fun day. Hope everyone made some money, learned something, or at least just had a good day overall. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you, Liv. Thank you, Liv. Yep, I will be teaching the next mastermind class tomorrow. So send me a message, DM on Discord or X if you're having trouble finding it or have questions about it. But you should be able to find on my profile on X and Discord. All the links are there. Simple enough to register for it. Don't forget, you can use KC30 for 30% off registration. And it's a one-time thing. Get access from now until forever for the masterminds. So if you want to come hang out with me Monday through Thursday, watch me live stream and actually just doing a lot more like live trading. Fridays, again, just chilling, calling some things out here and there, taking a few smaller trades with some profits or swinging things in. But Monday through Thursday, it's game time. So live streaming, live teaching and trading in the premium Discord. We absolutely I don't want early, so no need to ever mute unless you're speaking. Yeah, I know. I just try to hit the mute button whenever they're outside my door screaming, but it makes it more authentic when you can hear the kids in the background. I can do all this with the craziness going on. If I can do it, you can do it. It's easy, right? I appreciate it though. But we have a great time in the freaking premium Discord. Man, absolutely love our community and our team over here. Just all learning from each other and trading with each other. every single day, good days and bad days. But in the end of it, we're still learning and coming out green in the end, which is the overall goal, right? So you can always come hang out and get a free trial. And if you like it, then stick around. If you don't, then if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I encourage everybody, find a freaking trading community. You got to find a trading community. You got to have other people to be with. Do not be by yourself. One of the biggest things for me is getting involved and having other traders and community to be around. It really makes a difference for your trading. I'm telling you. So whether it's my community or somebody else's community, it doesn't matter. I just highly suggest you find one, find a community, find a mentor, find something, somebody, some group, be a part of it, and find the one that fits for you. That's the biggest thing. So it looks like we still gonna be ripping. Google maybe can get to 165. I got the alert set right there. When it does, I'm gonna take a trim on another quarter of the 170s, and then another third for the 175s for June. Once that alert goes off, I mean, we're freaking ripping. So love you guys, appreciate it. So I will catch you guys later. I'll send those chart updates and everything here shortly. Gonna go take care of the kiddos, grab some lunch, and then again be teaching tomorrow morning, and then gonna have a great weekend. And I hope everybody else has a great weekend. Appreciate you, Liv. Let me see. Over 4,100 people again in here today on the live stream. Appreciate everybody. Love you all. And I will catch you later. Bye, guys.